What's going on YouTube, it's Maffu here, and I'm going to be talking about repeating KVK 2, specifically in the early game, like migrating back and playing KVK 2 again, playing KVK 3 again, playing KVK 4 again. I get a lot of questions on my YouTube channel in my comment sections. Should I repeat KVK 2? Should I repeat KVK 3? Should I repeat KVK 4? And this video is going to be the one-stop shop to explain it all. Now, first of all, I want to explain why people repeat KVKs. The first and foremost, most important thing about your account is your KP number, alongside your deads count. Both of these numbers make up a huge majority on how people view your account and how strong your account is. Power is superficial. People don't really look at power past KVK 1. They look at kill points and deads. The second thing I want to talk about is immigration rules, which kind of explains where you can migrate. Now, a lot of people do this in KVK 1 but don't even know, but the quote-unquote sleeper account strategy is actually migrating back. Now, it isn't migrating back a whole KVK, but in pre-KVK, you can actually migrate to a kingdom that is 10 days younger than your kingdom and get an extra 10 days on the competition. This is the same principle that is used for KVK 2 migrations, KVK 3, and so on. Now, you can't really do this for KVK 1, but after you complete KVK 2, you're actually able to migrate back and play KVK 2 again. As you can see, you can be up to 60 days older than the kingdom you're in, and this is what I did for my account. I migrated back to play KVK 2 again. Same thing for KVK 3, you can migrate back to 120 days older for cross-season migration, or 60 days older for same-season migration. Now, the difference between cross-season and same-season is that for cross-season migration, you have these special tickets that your kingdom gets. For same-season, you don't have to use those. So 60 days for same-season, 120 days for cross-season. And for KVK 4, you can be up to 240 days older than the target kingdom to migrate back, which will be very important in a second. So that's kind of why people would want to migrate back. It is possible in the game. Plus, you can get more KP and deads to boost your account. Now, let's talk about rewards. Now, when you win a KVK 1, 2, or 3, or 4, you get a certain number of rewards that you get, including gold heads. In KVK 1, I think you get Charlemagne. In KVK 2, you get another commander, Wu Zetian. But the big thing is in KVK 2, you get a legendary inscription. And this is the only KVK out of KVK 1 through 3 that you get something very, very valuable. These legendary inscriptions are super difficult to get, and you're only able to get them in KVK 2 or KVK 4. Now, there's other ways to get legendary inscriptions, but that's the main way you get legendary inscriptions in this game, by winning a KVK 2 or winning a KVK 4+. Any Season of Conquest KVK you can get the legendary inscription from. And that's what I did from my account. I have a Hunter legendary inscription that I received for winning KVK 2. And if I won KVK 4, I would have gotten another legendary one, but I have unfortunately lost my last two KVK 4s, but that is a story for another time. So when people lose their first KVK 2, they typically migrate back and repeat KVK 2 again, trying to get this legendary inscription. Now that I've mentioned the benefits, let's mention the negatives to migrating back. And in my opinion, you should not migrate your account back, except for two reasons. First reason, your account is not ready for the commander swap. As you guys know, the commander swap is a one-time event at the end of KVK 2. If your account is not ready for the commander swap, you can migrate back again. And the commander swap is the best event in the game, hands down. The second reason is if you want to migrate back to play with friends. Those are the only two reasons I would ever migrate back before Season of Conquest. Typically, you kind of want your account to get to KVK 4 as quickly as possible to get these KVK 4 rewards, including blueprints. These blueprints take a long time to get. If you ever want to get a maxed gear set, you're going to have to spend years and years playing these Season of Conquest KVKs to get these coins, to get these tokens here, to be able to buy blueprints and KVK weapons and gear. There's also decently strong city skins in the KVK shop, like Twilight Falls, or maybe a 10% defense skin if you're an infantry main. If you guys don't get a Zenith skin, these skins are possible to be gotten. And of course, you do get the legendary inscription if you win. As you can see, there's all the legendary inscriptions right here. So I think you should not migrate back to KVK 2 or KVK 3 again, except if you're doing those two things, migrating back to play with friends, or to try and get ready for the commander swap. Now, I actually did migrate back and play KVK 2 again, as I said earlier, and it is something I kind of regret because I want to keep repeating KVK 4 as much as possible. And let me explain why. So as you can see, I am currently in KVK 4. We just lost, unfortunately, but in KVK 4, you are forced to play accounts that are the same age as your account or younger. This is the last bracketed KVK in the game. As soon as you finish KVK 4 and go into real Season of Conquest, this is what I like to call it, real Season of Conquest, is Season of Conquest, but you can play against accounts any age. 5 years older, 6 years older, 4 years older, 3 years older. So you're playing against these ancient accounts that your account has basically no chance to compete against. because you don't have the gear, you don't have the commanders, you don't have the armaments. Let's say you're entering a KVK where you can use auxiliary skills, then these accounts have a huge advantage over yours, and you're kind of screwed. I'm not gonna lie, it's very, very difficult for a young account to compete against these ancient accounts. And I think that's why you should repeat KVKs for as much as possible to build up your KVK accessories, KVK gear, get more autarchs, build up your KP and deads. I think going straight to KVK 4 and repeating KVK 4 over and over again is the best. I think you can, if you don't migrate back at all, you could probably repeat KVK 4 times. This is obviously a huge advantage to your account because you'll be able to fight fairly against accounts that are your age rather than fighting against accounts that are way older for the exact same rewards. Also, as people know, Season of Conquest Barbarians are way better than KVK 3 and younger. You're getting these better barbs, and I've been chaining here, and I can quickly go through some of their rewards, but as you can see, I'm getting loads and loads of materials, tons of speed ups. This is way more speed ups and materials than normal KVK barbs give. You get a lot more gems. You get tons of, as I said before, you get tons and tons of materials, even 100 gem spots. Like, these barbarians are so much better, and hey, you can chain these pretty easily by the end of KVK. It's gonna be a little bit harder for your first KVK ever, but once you get going, like, you're gonna get so much rewards from these barbarians alone. That's gonna be a huge bonus to your account. Like, look at this barber. I killed one barbarian, I got 100 gems, 25-minute speed ups, so that is insane. So in conclusion, my personal opinion, obviously people have different opinions on this, but my personal opinion, as someone who did migrate back in KVK 2, I am now seeing the benefits while I'm in KVK 4 on why you should not migrate back in KVK 2 and only migrate back once you get to KVK 4. The only reason why I would recommend playing KVK 2 again is not even for the legendary inscription that it gives. You basically have the same chance of winning a KVK 4 as you do as a KVK 2, maybe even a higher chance of winning a KVK 4, because as you guys know, KVK 2 has a lot of betrayals in it. It's very random at points. So the only two reasons why I would recommend migrating back to play KVK again is A, either you're getting ready for the commander swap, because the commander swap is a very important event, and if you're not prepared for it, I highly recommend migrating back and trying to get the best commander swap possible. Commander swap will set your account up for a very long time, making you have 2 meta marches if you can, or even just 1 meta march. Or B, to play with friends. This game is way more fun with friends. Your account can have the best progression in the world, but if you're not playing with friends or enjoying the game, it's not going to be very meaningful for you and you'll probably end up quitting. So make sure you guys are playing this game with friends. It is very fun. If you guys don't have friends that play this game, make some friends in the game, in your kingdom. Talk in your alliance chat, talk in your kingdom chat. Maybe you can make some friends in the game and continue to play KVKs with them. Do little migration groups. When you get to KVK 4, migrate back, play KVK 4 again. I mean, this game is a great community game, and you can definitely meet some people in this game that you can consider your friends. Now for KVK 3, that is the one KVK why I would not migrate back to play again. The rewards are terrible, and you're not even migrating back to fix your commander swap. KVK 3 is also probably the KVK with the least amount of fighting in the first 3 KVKs, so it's kind of boring as well. It's kind of a farming simulator. So I would highly suggest you play straight to KVK 4 and don't do any of this KVK 2 migration back. Go to KVK 4 and then migrate back and play KVK 4 as many times as you can to prepare your account for that eventual KVK 5 against the real Season of Conquest accounts, where it's kind of brutal. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be brutal. Your first KVK 5, you probably get stomped, you're not gonna trade positive, and you're probably not gonna have much fun. So hey, have as much fun as you can in KVK 4. I know a lot of people in leadership in kingdoms are missing out on migrating back, which sucks for them, because if you're in leadership, you probably don't want to leave your kingdom. But hey, if you are not in leadership, I can highly recommend you migrate back, play KVK 4 again. If you guys got value out of this video, make sure you smash that like up button and subscribe to show your support for my channel. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!